Hello, everybody. And it finally went live. I thought it was already live. We are getting ready to play Baritone Ukulele. We're going to be playing it on YouTube, and we are, which you know because you are here, and we are going to go to jollyrogerukulele.com to post a link for today. That's where you should get the sheet music. If you are a baritone ukulele player, there is no better place you can be than jollyrogerukulele.com. Well, there might be some place, but I'm unaware of it. And let's update that and then update that button. And then it should open up and all of the baritone ukulele players should come rushing in here with joy in their heart and the holiday spirit in their soul. And we are the day before Thanksgiving here in the United States, so we're all very excited to consume a shocking number of calories. And I am gonna need I get a day or two to uh, get my head back on my body. And let's see what else. Carol's in. Hey, Carol, welcome in. Yeah, Carol and her fellow baritoners. We are our fellow baritoners. Good morning, Lanny, in from Greeley. Carol's in from Nathrop, which is west of Denver, quite a little ways up in a beautiful mountain valley up there. Not a particularly well-known town, but probably absolutely lovely up there. They've been getting a tiny bit of snow, and so skiing season is underway. Some of the other sites, some of the other ski slopes are opening up this weekend. Diane is in. Diane has her brand new baritone. Sound is good. How's it playing, Diane? Mine's going to sound okay. Yes, it is. Lovely. Nathrop is the home of Mount Princeton Hot Springs. Oh, now I know exactly where you are. Yeah, that's exciting. I did not know that, Carol. That's cool. I'm wildly allergic to chlorine. Not wildly, but pretty darn allergic to chlorine or whatever those chemicals are they put in the pool. So I can't. I like to swim. I'm terrible at it because I don't get any experience because every time I go in a pool, then for the hour after that I can't breathe. So these hot springs that have natural water with less chemicals in them. That's my thing, right? I like those. So let's see. Hey, Vic, welcome in from. It's been raining up in Eugene. My family lives up in Eugene, and we're going to be zooming with them over the holiday. Yeah, we're going to have everybody there, and they decided, you know what? With all this going on, let's not do that. So we got some family in. Utah, I think, is where one of them is, and one in Spokane, or no, I'm sorry, up in Seattle. They were going to move to Spokane, they didn't move, and then Eugene here in Denver. We have some family in Albuquerque. So yeah, so we got people all over the place this year. Oh yay! Thank you, Cindy. I was so delighted with those little graphics I do each week to put on there. I want to have a new graphic up at the top of the page each week, and then once I build up 20 of them, then I do that little collage at the top of the thing. And so every week I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to do a really nice graphic, and I always do this graphic, and then usually one or two per people will comment on it, which is like, oh, thank goodness somebody noticed. The Hagia Sophia. Is why I ended up studying Byzantine history. I just fell in love with that building when I was going into finishing up my undergraduate work and thinking about going into graduate history study. And I was all into the Byzantines and Istanbul, and I loved all of that stuff. And when Don and I were able at one point to travel to Turkey and Bulgaria and Romania and had a wonderful trip there, kind of weird, different, and then traveling in Western Europe is quite easy. Traveling in Eastern Europe is not easy at all. And we had a lovely trip and just got to actually be in the Hagia Sophia. And so that's my little joke. Happy Turkey Week, right? And I put the Hagia Sophia because it's in Turkey, right? So that's why that's there. Yeah, really, really fascinating place. And right across the street is the Blue Mosque. And we had one of the most memorable meals of my life. My wife and I sitting there on this little patio overlooking the Blue Mosque and having a wonderful meal. Turkish coffee, which sort of tastes like death in a cup. And um, the most expensive cup of coffee I ever had was in Turkey, 1.5 ounces at this ridiculously nice hotel. Um, 25 bucks. And you're like, I don't think we should buy you any more coffee here at this hotel. That seems a little bit on the high side. So yeah, that was the most expensive cup of coffee I ever had. Oh, still by a long shot from number two. Let's see. Who else wandered in here? Terry made it in today. Hey Ray, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. Uh, yeah, so Cindy had a nice trip to Turkey as well. It's one of those places that's not necessarily number one on your list, but it's definitely a fun place to go. Um, yeah, Turkish coffee. You know what they do? They take coffee, they make it, and then they ruin it. They boil it twice, and it still tastes like, and then they put a little cardamom in it. And it is definitely a nose curling, hair growing event. So you're like, ow, that coffee hurts. And they drink it all. Mostly they drink apple tea. That was what we decided was the real thing that Turkish people do is they drink apple tea. And that was very, very delightful. And people were super nice there, and got to go into a music shop that was sort of upstairs in this weird place with all these weird musical instruments hanging around. I say they're weird because I didn't know what they were, but got to play an oud and all that sort of stuff. So it was very, very, very fun trip. The tea in the tulip cups, yeah, they do. That's the apple tea I'm talking about. Very fun. Yeah, different culture, different things. All right, so we're going to play baritone ukulele today, and let's talk about the order that it would be fun to play them in. We had a short week, but I think a good week. And so let's do a couple things. One, let's get the Minuet Suite knocked out right off the bat here. Let's do that. That should feel good. We can talk about afterwards whether we feel like we want to hang on to it for another week or whether we are good with it. I do think it's a piece that you could spend a lot of time on and still have more to do on it. So not positive we'll ever finish it, but it's certainly, I think, a fun piece to play. I'd like to play it as written. I'd like it to play it through um, 2 times in each section, right? So section 1, you play it twice. Section 2, you play it twice. Section 3, you play it twice. Section 4, you play it twice. And then section 5, you only play once. And so I'll be working and coaching you through which measure we're on. It's easy to get lost in a big piece like this. And so to get started, we'll play through 16, go back to 1. Going to try to play it on a bit on the slow side so that if you do fall off somewhere and jump up a measure or two and jump right back in, and let's do that to get our day started. That's a heck of a way to start our day, right? Let's make you suffer right off the bat. This is your fault for showing up. Okay, nice and steady, and not fast today. 1, 2, 3. Measure 1. 18. Six. Back to up to 18. Skip to the next measure. 34, 35. Back to 35. $51, $52, Back to 52. Measure 69. How we doing? How's that feel? All right, that's a long time. That took like 25 minutes, I think. How long did that take us to play that? A long piece of music. Definitely the biggest piece most baritone players have ever tackled. Hopefully, you guys are feeling like, yeah, no problem. Got that sucker knocked out. No big deal. Um, yeah, right. Nice piece of music. Give me some feedback as to how you're playing out there, and we are set for that. Next up on our list of the hits will be "Over the River and Through the Woods." So pull that one up for me, please. And I'll see it on my baritone sheet here. Let's see if I can find it over here. Over the River, baritone. Move to baritone. Okay. Now we go back to the library. Baritone. Come on. Over the River. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Still rough in a couple of spots. Me too. Do we lose sleep over being rough in a couple spots? We do not. We do not. We know that now we know exactly the spots we need to work on, right? That's the purpose of playing through these things and finding, top to bottom. I don't recommend it when you're in rehearsal or not rehearsal. In rehearsal, you have to play it top to bottom, but in practice, it doesn't make sense to play music top to bottom. Go find those places that are hard for you, come up with your solutions, and then when you come back to rehearsal and you check out your solutions and see if they work. Several places in there I'm like, what the heck is that? Oh yeah, that's that part, right? And then I'm of course a little late getting into the piece. Section 3 is definitely, section 3 and 4 in this are really tough. Section 1 not terrible. Section 5 is the same, right? 2 gets a little tougher. 3 gets a little tougher. Section 4 really eats me up, and so and that's exactly what we'd want on a piece like this. Is the sections are sort of you get tougher and tougher. It's the perfect opportunity for you to really get all your skill sets together. I don't think any of the chord shapes in there are outlandish. All of those are going to show up in other music. And I love it, the fact that, hey, when you play through it and you're like, ugh, I blew that section again, right? Then you know exactly where to go back in your practice time and dive in and study a piece like this. Lots of exciting things going on in that. Carol says, it went great until section 3. Thank goodness for the repeat so I could get another chance to do it correctly. That's why I play everything twice, right? Because I'm like, oh God, that didn't go well. Second time, I'm going to fix it, right? Hey, Linda, welcome in. Glad you're here. Northern California representing. All right, let's get going on Over the River and Through the Woods. Let's see if I have to remind you of anything tragedies in this piece. Because we're playing it in the key of A, we got a lot of fours that show up. That's the most annoying part of this. And those of you finger stylists, or those of you who think you're finger stylists, remember when you get to 21 on the after the second, we're only going to go through it twice, by the way. Remember. Right, so putting in your little index and middle to fill out those dotted quarter notes, and you can do that in other places in this piece. But a lot of eighth notes in this, so you'll probably be pretty busy. So let's get it going. A little intro. Let's play the main body twice. 3 times is too many, and then the outro. And if you will. What am I trying to say about this? This is the piece that's for tomorrow, right? It's a Thanksgiving song. So hopefully you're planning on zooming with your family and regaling them with Over the River and Through the Woods. So let's see how close we can get it, okay? I think what I'll do is I think I will play, I think I'll probably play some both times. Let's go through it. 2 times through, please. 1, 2. How we do on that one? That one's not near as tough as the other one. Plenty of stuff in there to mess you up, though, right? I think that that sliding into the A chord with your 4, E chord with your 4, can be a bit of a mess, right? And for me, that D chord with a 5 sliding into an E chord with a 4. boy, I've got a sort of a system that I do that on, and most of the time it works, but not always. And so sometimes you're like, oh, everything's out of whack. It's a pretty little tune, I think. I think the adjusting the chording a little bit and modernizing a little bit of the overall tones in it makes for a pretty nice piece of music. I hope. I hope you like it. All right. All right. And then our other one on Tuesday was It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. So let's go grab that one. And oops. How in the world did that come up? It Came Upon a Midnight Clear would be our other one from the week. Let's go do that one. Move to Baritone. Came Upon a Midnight Clear. All right. This one you can play it at whatever speed feels comfortable. It came upon a midnight clear, or it came upon a midnight clear, right? So decide which way you want to play it. We're going to play it slow, peaceful, as if it's a midnight clear, right? All right. Nobody's telling me anything. You guys are all working on your stuff. Okay. Or the chat box died. One of the two. From the top, 2 times through, I think. And yeah, all the way down to 32, back up and play it a second time. Skip 31 and 32 your second time through. From the top, I think I'll do claw first time and then thumb the second time. 1, 2. fives, the straight fives to the 2-0. What are we talking about? 2-0-1-3. You have other options than that. I still think it's probably the best option, but boy, that's a lot of work for all of a sudden. You're just going along going, oh, I like this song, and then you're like, oh wait, 5-2, and followed by 2-0-1-3. It's a C chord followed by a C chord, but the melody messes around, and so yeah, it's a little bit tough to get that one clean, but I think it works. All right, next up on our list of the hits. How are we doing on time? 10:30. Let's just oh heck, let's just go straight down the list, see how far we get. Let's go grab Green Sleeves. And just remember, down there, measure 17. You've got that big old F chord, bar on 5, C shape in front, pinky on 8. That's probably the moment that will blow you up in this song. Other than that, it's pretty much open positions. And of course, guys, as always, when you're newer to the instrument, be playing melody. That's the big thing, is getting your melody clean and beautiful as if it's a crystal clear night on Christmas night, right? From the top, 2-beat counting, twice through. 1, 2. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. My eyes went to the wrong measure. Let's go to 17 again. 1, 2, 3. To the top. Or more rationally, That's another delightful way to end that song. Either the tough uke line or the melody line has perfectly lovely chords, or maybe both of them. Put in the regular D minor and then the high D minor. Kind of fun. All right, there's Green Sleeves. That's you're playing the hits. That's the number one hit from what year was it? 1580. Number one hit from 1580. All right, you're the Taylor Swift of 1580. All right, next up is God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. Let's knock that one out. Okay. All right, you guys are freaking me out. Nobody's giving me any feedback, so I'm assuming you're playing well, or the text box died. One of the two. Let's see. 9. All right, groovy. All right, we got all that going on. God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. Let's play down through 19 and come back, play through 1 again. Peek through here, see what is going to befall us. Again, we got that F chord at measure 10. You got the F chord with your pinky. That's one of those things that comes up when we're arranging, and it's something you kind of hate it a little bit, but it's going to come up, so you might as well get comfy with it. This is the same exact chord structure as the previous song, and let's see how we do. Okay, 4 beat count in, we're in 4 here. 3 beat count in, we're in 4. 1, 2, 3. I like that song. It's not. I don't know what that song's about, but tidings of comfort and joy. I guess it's just nice, right? Peaceful little tune. Sounds nice on the baritone. How are we doing on time? Doing great. Let's go play Silent Night. Silent Night is next up. Silent Night. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cindy and Vic are still in. Okay, good. Chat box is not broken. Okay, you guys are focused, right? That's what we're supposed to be. This is our end of the week concert, so we're focused. Nice. Silent Night in baritone. Silent Night baritone. Lanny, some audio Grinch trying to come in particular on the high notes. Oh, really? Oh, the high. Am I peaking? Hello, 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 hello. Let me just double check I'm not peaking. So the microphones are not peaking. I'm not sure about that. Maybe I'll sit a tiny bit further back from the microphone. Maybe that'll help. Let me know. Remember, we have one typo on this, measure 26. The first chord in measure 26 in the tough uke line says 003. It should say just 00. You don't need to hit that 3. Other than that, we got a perfect version of the Silent Night here. And again, if you're newer, play melody. If you've been around a while, play tough uke. And then we go. Let's see. Not up here, just an occasional static. YouTube is not cool with us playing baritone. You guys have been the only class that consistently has been sort of like the system's like, nope, that's enough of that. So same as yesterday, but not as bad. Okay, we're gonna play 2 more songs and we'll call it good. We're gonna hope that the 10 a.m. Time slot clears up tomorrow or Monday, right? We'll give them through the weekend to work on it. All right. I don't know. It can't be the baritone. I can't really. All right. From the top, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Yeah, I just play a 3 there, a 7. And some buffering, whatever that circle thing is. Okay. Normally if we're having connectivity problems, I get a little sign on my interface here that says, oh, by the way, you suck is basically what it says. But right now I haven't gotten any of those. And of course, I've been a little focused on the sheet music. I suppose it's possible we could add a pop-up, but let's please get through Up on the Housetop, and then we'll call it good for the week. Next week, we will keep these all in play, right? So I want you to be playing through these as something to keep you out of trouble. So go grab Up on the Housetop right now. But we'll keep all of the Christmas music for baritone on the front page there for now. Eventually, I'll make it all go away because some of it is copyright. But we want to make sure that you guys have easy access to all these things. And then next week, Next week we go full on hardcore Christmas tunes, right? So we'll just continue to throw those at you. As you guys know, I don't have any of this done for baritone, so but I have all of it done for ukulele, and so it does take an hour or so to convert from a ukulele piece to. I always say an hour, and sometimes a little bit more to convert it from a ukulele piece to a baritone piece, and it's just finding those hours time to get that done. I am committed to getting you guys a nice group of Christmas tunes so that by the time Christmas time rolls around, Christmas Eve, you're able to knock out 2.5 hours of nonstop baritone music because your family is going to be asking for it, and you know that they are. All right. Up on the housetop is our grand finale for today. Let's play it as best we can. Hopefully the sound is going to just hold up. I apologize. Not too bad that time. Okay, so sorry, I don't have any control over that part of the thing. It's weird. It starts off fine and then it kind of gets crunchy as we go along. So I think YouTube hates the baritone ukulele. I think that's what we need to learn here. Managed to keep up with you on most of the songs that we played. Yes, wonderful, Pele. That's exciting, right? That's all we need. Okay, yeah, that's what you're working on. I'm not trying to bedazzle you with my massive, incredible playing skills. Giving you an opportunity to play with somebody else in a duet situation and do the best you can keeping up. That's what we're here for, right? And the duet situation will make you a much better player than if you were working on your own. Okay, from the top, up on the housetop, 2 times through. The third time, the first time makes sense. The second time, Will gets all these awesome gifts, and the third time is so sad because Nell gets all this crummy doll. That's it. That's all she gets. So, I would just soon just not deal with that issue. So, 2 times through, down to 16, back to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Messing around with strumming patterns. Some of those were good. Most of those were terrible. Fingerstyle players, those of you looking for a challenge, this is one that you could turn it into something. Okay, slow it down just a little bit. Every eighth note gets a note. You can turn this into a much more complex piece. Because it's relatively playable, right? Pretty straightforward. And all of the notes are either on the first string or the second string. That leaves your baritone wide open for tossing in your third string decorative notes. And it can absolutely be a delightful fingerstyle piece. Knock it out. All right. Guys, I think Cindy said it best. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I think all of you guys are American. I don't remember. I don't know who everybody is who hangs out up here. But have a wonderful, safe holiday. And just play, right? You don't need to practice this. We just enjoy the music you got, and keep showing up here. I'll see all you guys on Monday. Subscribe and like if you haven't done that yet, and I will see all of you on Monday. and my wife and I are sitting here in the house through the weekend. So we don't want to get what's going on out there. So we're going to be pretty chill, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday as well. Terry, happy Thanksgiving to you. Good to see you, buddy. Pele, I really like your Christmas arrangements. Oh, thank you. Right? They're nice. I'm pretty old school when it comes to Christmas music. I like them. I like the old school. I like the old stuff. I like it sounds. I want to make it sound pretty. That's all I do. Lanny, happy Thanksgiving to you and Deb. I will see all of you down the road. I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug, and I will see all of you on Monday.